Hello, poor people. How are you today? Watch this if you struggle to bond with your audience or anybody in your day to day life. It's most likely you approach conversation with a win mentality. You're broadcasting, you're presenting, you're conscious of your image when you speak. This kind of problem is mostly found with intelligent people. They always go into conversations to validate their intellect. So whenever they speak, you would notice something very interesting that they're communicating professionally. They are too formal for your liking, or they're too informal. Is it informal or formal? I can't recall, but they're too professional for your liking. Unfortunately, as an average man, if you adopt that kind of mindset into your own life, it will destroy so many kinds of bonds. I'll tell you a story. A lady came to me one time about this exciting video she was editing for her business, and she was going to post it on this platform. She would run ads. So basically, this is a big step for her as well as the business. So finally, when the video came, I saw it. I gave my critique and something that had to do with the lighting. The response came back and she said the lighting was affected by the video, or the video was affected by the lighting. I looked at that sentence and immediately I identified with digital precision that her identity is styled towards external things. She's trying to portray this image of an intelligent person. She could have easily said, yeah, the lighting messed up my video. That's a more informal way to put it. I hope I'm not messing the rhetoric with this formal and informal, but that's a casual way to put it. Structuring your sentence, and this leads us to number one. To identify if you fall into this category, the first thing you should look out for is the overstructuring of conversation. I've taught it here countlessly. The mind compels the body to act. How you think determines how you act. How you act produces the result. The result determines the ultimate quality of your life. Instead of trying to change the result mechanically, what do you change? Exactly. So if you find yourself in positions where the vibes, the energy, the atmosphere is too professional, nobody laughs, everyone fakes their smile, like if you find it too informal, I hope I'm getting this right, but if you find it too informal, the best thing you can do is to drop insecurity, which is the solution. Stop going into conversations to prove a point. Stop trying to feel a certain way or use externalities to validate who you say you are. You are X and that is it, and that is it. So, for the sake of time, we'll end it here. But something you need to understand, something you need to watch out for is stop overstructuring your conversation, drop insecurity, be yourself. And if they don't like you, someone else will. It's better for people to like you for who you are as opposed to who you portray yourself to be. And there are exceptions to this rhetoric. Yes, you want to portray sometimes a professional figure which businessmen and your network can relate to. But when we are discussing friends, you want to tone the rhetoric. How you speak in a professional setting is different from how you speak in a casual setting. And one of the things most guys fail to understand is they think oscillating between various rhetorics somehow downplays their intellect or downplays their status. It's equivalent to conformity for them. So they have to be static to reinforce this stupid psychology of confidence, which is unfortunate. How I would speak in a podcast is different from how I would speak when cameras are on, is different from how I would speak on a panel, is different from how I would speak on a dinner table, is different from how I would speak on a one-on-one date. It varies. Being static is doing yourself a disservice, and you would notice something very interesting. Once you've failed in other aspects of your life, you begin to crave that one experience where that mindset fits. So, for instance, if you're very good at debating feminists or dismantling the worldview of women, taking that same mindset to a dinner table or one on one date is doing yourself a disservice. So after failing over time, you find yourself craving the experience of podcasts, panels, etc. So to maintain the balance, to keep the balance, don't be static. Adopt to whatever is in front of you and you'll be fine. As always, my friends, a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.